Hi everybody. All right, what I'm going to do right now is I am going to attempt to make a video game completely from scratch using nothing but the libraries that Windows provides for you. So I made a test stream earlier where I downloaded Visual Studio and I downloaded VS Code and just the other software I need to stream. I got OBS and the app to allow me to use my smartphone as a webcam. Other than that, I just pretty much have a fresh install of Windows. So no fancy software, no engines, nothing like that. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do, ooh, speaking of using my cell phone as a webcam, it just fell. Seems like it's all good now. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, so what I am going to do is I am going to create a new project folder here on my desktop, just a plain old folder. Because this whole Windows build is meant for this project, so I don't really care if it's like in a special spot. I just want to put it right there on the desktop so it's easy to see, easy to find. What I'm going to call the project is Saguinus, Saguinus. What is a Saguinus, you're asking? It's just a technical term for a monkey, I believe. Yeah, it already knows what I'm trying to type. So here we go. Yeah, that's a Saguinus. It's a tamarin. It's a primate. It's cute. It's got a mustache. Look at this guy. That is an awesome looking animal. So anyway, these are all a Saguinus. And is my game going to have anything to do with primates or monkeys or anything? No, probably not. But it's just a cool sounding name. And so that's what I'm calling it. That's it. That's all there is to it. So yeah, let's start up my IDE of choice, which is VS Code. Here is my test project I was working on earlier. I can go ahead and I don't need to save that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to save a brand new workspace. I'm going to put it in my, oh, I just realized I misspelled Saguinus. It's supposed to have a G, not a Q. There we go. All right, and then so now we go to save workspace as, and I'm going to save it inside of there. I'm going to call it the same thing, just all lowercase. All right, then I wish you would stop bugging me about this. Don't show again. Do you want to ignore all extension? Yeah, I'll do that. Right, so now I want to add this folder to the workspace so that everything I build will be in that workspace. And so now I need to set up some tasks. Actually, what I'm going to do first is create a file that is going to be basically my main file, and just write some test code just to make sure I can compile anything. And yeah, so we're just gonna basically print F the name of the game, Saguinus. And we can return 0, and that's it. So now I need to make a task. Configure default build task, create a new one, menace build. Get rid of all this stuff here. I don't need any of that. And then this is going to be win build. If you missed the test stream, it's fine. I just basically set all this stuff up ahead of time so I can compile with a hotkey. So what I need to do is I need to access the workspace folder. And I am going to run the build file that I have not made yet. And then we're going to make another one to run the file, or run the actual game, the executable. That's under win run. And I'm going to run that when it's built. So now I actually have to build it, which is the next part I need to do. So to do that, I actually have to have a build file. So let's just call this build.bat. It's a batch file, Windows native batch file to execute things. And so again, what I need to do first before I can compile anything in Microsoft Visual C is I need to run a separate batch file that basically sets up all my environment variables. And I do that inside of this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder, and that is the thing I want to run. So I'll go up here, copy the location. Okie dokie, close that. I need some quotation marks. And then I'm going to do vc vars all x64 because I'm compiling on a 64-bit processor. And just to test, let's run that. And yeah, see if I get this fancy thing with all the asterisks, then I know it worked. And it says environment initialized for x64, which is what I want. Everything's kosher. Let's go ahead and compile now. So now I need to use the command line. In fact, I'm going to put this on a separate line just for clarity's sake. So command line, what I want to compile is the Saguinus.cpp. And I don't, well, for now, I don't really want to put any extra things on there. So when I run it, what's going on here? It's this backslash. I'll just put this on the same line. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but for now, I just want to get it working. Hey, there it goes. All right, so now if I press run, Saguinus, there we go. Our code is compiling. All right, so now we can do some more fancy stuff. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, so the first thing you need to do when making a video game in Windows is make a window. So let's do that. Win32, all right, it already knows what I want. So let's go to the documentation here and go to the search, and I just want to know how to create a window. Right there, creating a window. All right, here's all of the code you need. If you want to read through this, you can. I have before. It is very dry, but informative. All right, so I'm seriously just copying and pasting all of that, and I will modify it to match my coding style. Yeah, I don't read comments are not part of my coding style. Very rarely will I use comments. Okay, so I need this Win class object, and then we're going to initialize it here. Okay, so I actually need to make this window proc later. And actually, I'm going to do that now. Window proc. Writing the window procedure. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, let's just copy this example. And we'll put that above the main method, so the main function, so that the main function actually knows what this window proc is. Oh yeah, and it's not identifying any of this stuff because I need to include the windows.h file. And what is up with that? To break inside. Well, actually, I don't even. This is all just an example anyway. Get rid of all that. Okay, so now that I have my window proc and it's called the same thing as that, I shouldn't get any errors there. H instance is H instance. I think that's just built in, isn't it? I'm probably wrong. I think this H instance needs to be something. And then the class name is going to just be capital L. No, that goes first. L Saguinus. And so that's that. So I'm going to register my class, and of course I know this is what's creating the window. I've got my window handler as equal to the create window EX, optional window styles, window class. This should just be, as far as I'm concerned, that. Window, WS overlapped window. I think that's what I want. The constant WS overlapped window is actually several flags combined with a bitwise OR. Together, these flags give the window a title bar, cool, a border, cool, a system menu, do I need that? And minimize, maximize buttons. Okay, so 4 out of 5 is good. I don't know if I need this system menu, but we'll just keep it as such for now. Everything's temporary until it's not. Okay, so the default, I don't want defaults for everything. I want to actually, just for now, I'm going to put my window at 100, 100, just so it's not jammed in the top left corner. And then my width and height. You know what? I'm going to do this the proper way and make actual variables for it. So let's do this up here. Let's make some static int. Let's do unsigned int width. Let's do a 16:9 aspect ratio. So static unsigned int. Nope. Height equals well, let's just do 16. No. All right, that's going to be a really big window, but whatever. Actually, no, let's just cut that in half for now. 800 by 450. All right, so that's going to be the width of my window. The height of my window. I don't have a parent window. I don't have a menu, apparently. H instance handle. Okay, I feel like this is, again, something I need. I don't remember. I need, like, let me just search H instance and see what comes up. When made, the application entry point. Let me see, is there like a default instance? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, let's come back to that. Okay, so H instance, that's iffy. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm just gonna put this back on. Delete these comments. Okay, so this is just checking if it actually was successful. I don't want the word null in my code. I'm just going to use 0 because it's the same thing. Okay, and then we show the window. And so I'm going to compile this. It is not going to compile. Yeah, of course not. So yeah, of course, this H instance is an undeclared identifier. I'm going to resort to the old-fashioned Google box. Get default H instance. Determine the current H instance. Here we go. Stack Overflow. Get module handle. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so anywhere I want to use this H instance, I believe I can just use this. Yeah, and then what does this NCMD show? Oops. Well, actually, you know, I should just look at the show window method. Function. I keep calling them methods. I'm sorry. I'm a professional Java programmer. Everything's a method to me. Show window. Okay, so this, oh, it's just an int. Int, blah, blah, blah. Program launched, application startup, blah, 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 blah. This member can be one of the following. Oh, here we go. SW show, I would imagine, is what I want, right? Activates the window and displays it. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. All right. Compiles? Nope. Cannot convert from const win char t to lc. Oh, that's, yeah. What? Let's see. Class name, undeclared identifier. Okay, where is class name? Line 20. Oh yeah, that is where I put this in. Okay, so then that means this one is probably not supposed to be that, but let's see. And window proc must return a value. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Let me go back to the docs, the documentation. How do I? There's like some default thing that it should return. If I remember correctly, like oh, here we go. There, I should have just used this from the very get-go. This is what I was looking for right here. That's what I want, return def, and yeah, that's what I was looking at earlier. All right, so return the window procedure. We're gonna take the A string, E message, W param, L param. So yeah, anything that doesn't get handled here will just get put through that, and it'll get handled in its own default way. Still no compiles. Oh yeah, that's because I need to link some stuff. Yeah, let's do that. So once I compile that, I need to slash link. Is it link? Actually, the create window needs. There it is. user32.lib. I don't know if this is how you do it. Okay, probably not. Yeah. Unrecognized file. Yeah, so it's not slash link. I don't remember how to link things. Ugh. Visual Studio command line link library. There we go. Linker options. Oh, it's // I believe. Is it libpath? / libpath. Nope. Ignoring unknown option. Yeah, okay. Why does it say that that's an option? Oh, because it's... No, that's not what I want to do. Let's just search for the word link. Forces a link. No, that's not the one. Where else we got the word link? Ignore, link, link. Why is this not working? Let me see. Good reference. Compile without linking. I don't remember how to link things. This is so embarrassing. I mean, I could just look back at something I wrote in the past, but that's going to be cheating, I feel like. Here we go. Compiler options. CL command files. CL environment variables. No, is that it? Is it / lowercase link? Let's try that. Oh my goodness, I think that worked. Yeah, okay, so if I run it, I don't see a window because, well, actually I do. I see it for like a half a second. But that's because I, well, it basically shows the window and then the program ends. So there's like nothing for the window to do. So let's make my game loop. And there we go. We got a window and it's stuck in a permanent loop. And so I can't even close it without crashing the whole thing. So yeah, let's just close it. All right. So this probably is not the best way to do things, but we're on the right track. We're making progress. Things are happening. Okay, so I don't like having a true inside my while loop. So I'm going to make a bool for is running. Set that to true because, yeah, it's running. And we're going to say is running. And then what I want to do is set it up so that I can just simply close it with the escape key. So I think I need a Windows message object. Message structure. It's just where I was. Let me just search for key inputs. Let's see if that gives me anything. Virtual key codes, that's going to be useful. I'm going to bookmark that for later. And does this tell me how to? About using a keyboard. Oh, you know what? Where was that getting started thing I was looking at earlier? I had like the whole. Oh, that's definitely going to come in handy later. Let's see. There it is. Okay. That's what I want. In fact, I'm going to copy more than that. And so while my game is running, every loop I want to check. I want to get the message and then translate message, dispatch the message. All right. And then, oh yeah, I probably want to handle what happens when my window is closed. Let's just do that. Okay, so that's that. Actually, I think that might make it so like it'll just close when I run it. So run it, close it. Yeah, it works. Cool. All right, so now I want it to close when I press the escape key. So now I need to figure out how to tell if I'm pressing the escape key or any key for that matter. Where was that key codes thing? No, that's not gonna help me. Keyboard, constant, keyboard, input structures, input. I think I need to still look at this message object. Message lparam. I think lparam is the lparam the key. So I'm gonna check if the message is lparam is equal to vk escape, then well, let's just make a message box pure. Compilation is good. Let's run it. I press the escape key. Nada. Okay, so that's obviously wrong. Where are my bookmarks? Let's go back to the virtual key codes. Yeah, okay, so that's definitely that. I don't know if it's the L parameter. Is it W param? It's probably W param. All right, we're running it and we press escape. We get our message box that says test. We are all good. Yes, we are doing good things here. Okay, so now I don't want it to actually display a message box. I want it to exit the game. So what I'm going to do is set is running equal to false. And probably it's going to break out of that loop. Well, it's probably fine. Yeah, just break out of that loop because I probably don't need to do anything else. Yay! All right, it works. I got a window created. It closes when I press the escape key. We're like halfway there. This is like so smooth. That is not true at all. We're far from halfway there. Okay, that actually was the easy part. Now the hard part. Oof. DirectX 11. Why? I wish it would just go straight to search when I press enter. Instead, it forces you to click this. Okay, so complete code for DirectX. Getting started. Yeah, I'm getting started here. And we're off, not yet. What skills do I need? A few basic skills. Reading might help. You must be able to read and write modern C++ code. Okay, cool. Yeah. Roadmap. Prerequisites to get started. Oh, okay, here we go. Work with DirectX device resources. So yeah, I believe the first thing I need is one of these DXGI swap chains. Oh, what is this? Create a window. Oh, I already know how to create a window. Your old news, old news. Get an interface for the Direct3D device. Yeah. Okay, so device flags, device flags. All right, so first thing I need is one of these D3D11 devices. And I'm not going to use one of these what the hell is this even? A com pointer? It do some fancy stuff to make sure you don't do like dangerous, quote unquote, dangerous things with your pointers. Just use the pointers, man. What the heck is wrong with you? Okay, yeah, so let's make one of these. All right, I'm gonna throw in that stuff here. So after I show the window, actually, you know what? I'm gonna show the window after initializing all my DirectX stuff. So let me... All right. All right, so let's make this thing here. It's got to be a pointer. And you know what? This is not very popular, and I'm probably going to get some crap for this, but the way I like to do things is put the star here, because then it's like saying that this device is a ID3D11 device pointer and not an actual ID3D11 device. All right, you can agree, disagree, whatever, I don't care. Okay, so once we have that, we also need a device context. And then I need a semicolon. And then those are not going to work because I need to import some stuff. Or include, or not include, what really I need to import, include. Need header files and all this stuff. All right, so let's make a copy there. Okay, so let's do ID3D11 device. And if I scroll down here, it tells me I need D3D11.h. Yeah, D3D11. Everything's still good. All right, all right, all right. Then I think I need to link something as well. But we'll wait till I actually get to the procedure calls. Okay, so I made my device, I made my context. So now I'm going to call the create device method using this h result to catch my error. Okay, yeah, so null pointer for the default adapter. That sounds good to me. Let's put 0 because it's the same thing. D3D driver type hardware. Yes, I would like a hardware driver. Should be 0 unless the driver is software. Okay. Device flag. Set debug and DirectD compatibility flags. Where is device flags? Yeah. Wait. So this flag adds support for surfaces with a color channel ordering different from the API default. It is required for compatibility with Direct2D. Well, I'm not using Direct2D, so I don't care. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to leave that at 0. Levels. List of feature levels this app can support. I just want, let's do these two. I don't know. Wait, let's just do this one. If I need level, yeah, so if I need the other ones, I'll just add them later. But for now, just do that. Oops, I don't know, build. Okay, so paste that in. I believe I need to use the address of that because it's an array or a pointer. And so the array size of levels, okay, so how many levels I'm adding is just one level. Nope, that's not one, that's one. Okay, get rid of that and get rid of that. And okay, so then the SDK version, always set this, okay. The device, yes. Returns a feature level for the device. Okay, so I need to actually make this thing so I can get the official feature level, which is a what? And the content. Okay, so returns. Okay, so I got to figure out what this data type is. Create device. Feature level. It is a D3D11 feature level. I'll just call it feature level. Actually, D3D11 feature level. Okay. All right, so it failed. I don't think I have failed. Anyway, I'd rather say if HR does not equal S underscore OK. I believe that's the thing that I need, and I actually need to define this as a H result. All right, let's try compiling that. And we get errors, yay. Okay, so 54. So I don't need an error, I mean address, whatever. Context, because that should have a T. Oh, more and more errors. Okay, H result, blah, 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 blah. Argument 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's that thing. All right. Apparently that's not what I want to do. So let's just do this stupid thing. Okay. Oops. Not need to do that. Okay, so D3D11 feature level is not declared. That is because it's feature levels now, because there's potentially multiples. Oh my goodness. Okay, so H result, blah, blah, blah. Cannot convert argument 9 from feature level to D3D feature level pointer. That's because wait, did I mess that up? Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh my goodness. Okay. So that okay. So I got feature level and feature level. That's terrible. That's terrible, terrible. Identifier HR. Why is that not an identifier? Oh, that would explain it. Probably want to format that better as well. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right, getting there. Okay, so this is just linker errors, right? Yay, okay. So now I just need to figure out what to link this to, or with. D3D11.lib. So I could put D3D11.lib, and then we are now compiling. All right, yes, that got nothing shown, but at least we made some sort of progress in the right direction. Okay, store pointers, no, don't do that. Okay, so now we need to create the swap chain. Create in the DXUI swap chain. Okay, so I probably should put some actual errors here if this doesn't work. So let's make a message box show up. Could not initialize D3D11 device. And let's put the line number. That's a good idea. So line, actually I don't need to put the word line, just 64 and 0. All right. Cool, and then just to make sure that that works, let's say I put that as 3. And it still works. Well, okay, apparently that's not going to cause as many errors as I thought. Yeah, it's working. Let's just, we can always test the error checking later. I want to indent all this stuff. All right, so then we need our swap chain. Where did that go? All right. And leave it to Windows to take extra steps when not necessary, because I believe doing that is the same as that. Sets the initial state of full screen mode. I don't know. Yeah, buffer count. I want 2 buffers, a front buffer and a back buffer. DXGI format. Yeah, that sounds good. Usage render target output. Multi-sampling, sure. Vendor specific, it's certainly not. Flip sequential, and we're going to take the window handler. Yeah, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Copy and paste coming through. All right, so now I need this DXGDI device. Wait, do I need that? I don't think I need those. Yeah, no, those are for direct 2D. But yeah, I don't think I need any of this stuff other than checking to see that that was successful. Yeah, so I just need to create the swap chain. Okay, so yeah, obviously don't need that. I just want to put device. And let's name this something better because device is kind of, yeah, device and context are both too vague. I don't like that. So let's say D3D11 device. D3D11 context. So that means I need to now replace them here. And let's do D3D11 device. I got my swap chain descriptor. Let's name that something better too. Swap chain descriptor. And put that there. Oh, I actually need the swap chain. Yeah, so I need to actually create one of those DXGI. And let's do it. Oops. DXGI swap chain. What? Is it IDXGI? Okay, so here we go. So I'm creating my swap chain. Actually, you know what? My documentation skills are dumb. You know what? All I need to do is look at the stupid function. And then, yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so I need a swap chain pointer. And we're going to use the address of the swap chain. All right, so that should do it. And let me just put that here. Put my numbers at 85. And then this is stupid because it's going to change as I'm adding and subtracting code. But whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay, so desk. Oh, that's because I didn't call it desk, did I? Let's just change all of those. And I think that's it. And HWND, undeclared identifier. Why? Is because I called it something else. HWND. And factory. I don't know what a factory is. 78. Oh. Okay, so create swap chain needs the DXGI lib. And I need the DXGI header. Include dxgi.h. And my build file, dxgi.lib. Okay. Create swap chain, identifier not found. That's not true. Create swap chain. Why is it saying not found? dxgi.h. Create swap chain. Probably don't need to put this multiple lines. Okie dokie, why? Why? dxgi.h, dxgi.lib, got that. Oh. Line 79, create swap chain, Identifier not found. Why? Why is it not found? It says it's right here. H result, create swap chain. Pass in a device, pass in a swap chain descriptor, pass in an actual swap chain. Everything should be good. Why are you giving me grief? Let's just Google it. Okay. It's not gonna help. Yeah. That's not it. That's not it either. Okay, what's going on? Why is my create swap chain method not being found or function? All right, that's all good. But then, as soon as I try to run that, it's no bueno. Create swap chain. Create swap chain. It's right there. This is not what I want. Did I not install all the right stuff when installing Visual Studio? I mean, it's got the DXGI header right there. Interfaces, functions, and I know it's create swap chains not there. Let's try this again. Oh. Okay. Oh, starting with D3D 11.1, we recommend not to use create swap chain anymore to create a swap chain. Instead, use create swap chain for handle, create swap chain for core window, create swap chain for composition, depending on how you want to create the swap chain. Oh, well, actually, but I'm not starting with directory 11.1, but I'm not using 11.1. Right? Doesn't that mean I'm using that? either way, even if I wanted to use this one, would it recognize it? Huh. This is killing my mood here. Why? Create swap chain. Oh. Yeah, no dice. Hmm. Let me check in the Visual Studio compiler if there's something else I'm missing here. How do I install more stuff? Extensions, tools, here we go. Get tools and features, sure. All right. So I got that. I should basically have everything I need, right? Yeah, it's dumb. I don't think I need anything else. Let me just try one more time. Create swap chain. Definitely spelled the same. Capitalization's the same. Identifier not found. That is very frustrating. Why can you not find that identifier? Research this. You know what? I do notice that they do have this IGDX factory thing. Could have sworn I never needed that before. dxgi.h. Pretty sure that's all I need to do. Just out of Random happenstance, let's try this. Illegal call of non-static member function. Okay, so it's not static. What does that mean? I figured. Okay, sorry. I cheated. I looked back at something else I wrote and I realized that you actually want to create the device and the swap chain all together. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is actually what I want, not the create swap chain. Yeah, it's just really weird that it even... This documentation sucks, by the way, in case you haven't been able to tell. All right, okay, so I need all of this stuff here. Okay, what's an adapter? A pointer to the video adapter to use in creating a device, pass in null. I don't mind if I do. The D3D driver type. Let's see, what kind of driver type? Create. Guess I'll do hardware. All right, and then we need a H module, a handle to a DLL. Yeah, I see the word null, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. And flags. What flags do we want? Runtime layers to enable, create device flag. These can be covered together. Debuggable. Yeah, I don't know if I want any flags. I'm just going to put 0 for now. Okay, back to the feature level. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that explains why I didn't have to do any of this stuff before. Yeah, okay. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right, feature levels. And then an int for the feature levels. The number of elements in feature. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so I think I need the address for that. I want to pass in 1 because there's 1 feature level. The SDK version. What version is my SDK? Use that one. Okay, don't mind if I do. All right. Swap chain descriptor. And then the actual swap chain itself. The device. D3D11 device. I believe these need to be the address of it. Yeah, the device and the swap chain are both pointers to a pointer. Didn't I just do this feature level nonsense? Simply supply null as an input if you don't need to determine which feature level is supported. Okay. And the immediate context. No device context will be returned. Oh no, I do need a device context, so that's why I'm going to put that guy in there. Okay, so now okay, HR, undeclared identifier. Why is it undeclared? Shouldn't it be? Oh, it is, because I haven't made it yet. And on constant. Okay, yeah, it doesn't like that. There it is. Okay, so hey, it compiled. And it runs, even though still nothing is happening. A lot of work to get nothing done, you notice. That's Windows for you. All right, but I got my device and my swap chain. I guess I should probably check to see if it's actually working. All right, so if the H result does not equal SOK, then we will make a message box show up with all kinds of nonsense. Error initializing device and swap chain. I'll just put error. Hey, okay. And no errors. Yay. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was a lot of work. Still going, still going. I lost my little direct 3D11 tutorial. There we go. Okay. Back on track. Creating a swap chain. Did it. Swap chain. Okay, so this, not really the best way to do it. Yeah, great. Okay, so yeah, I also need to create a render target view, but I need to pass in a back buffer and my render target. Okay, but I actually need to make those render targets and stuff. Okay, the shader pipeline needs a resource to draw pixels into. The simplest way to create this resource is to define a D3D11 texture 2D resource as a back buffer for the pixel shader to draw into, and then read that texture into the swap chain. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's make one of these. And a pointer. I think I don't, yeah, let's just leave it not a pointer for now. And then we'll call this back buffer. All right, so now that I got my back buffer, I'm gonna pass that in there. Okay, so to do this, you need to create a render target view. Blah, blah, blah. Let's look at the code for the DX. Okay, so let's copy this for now. And okay, so yeah, it just does need to be a pointer, come to find out. And then that should be this swap chain. And then this is my D3D11 device. And then we're going to create the render target view. And that should just be my back buffer. Null pointer, that's just fancy speak for 0. And then my render targets, get address of. Yeah, so I feel like I still need to make that. Get the get buffer. Oh, sorry, not. I need to create render target view. That's what I meant to be looking at. And of course, I need an actual render target view. Render target view. All right, and then that is what's gonna go. Yeah, I think. No. Okay. Create render target view. Cannot convert argument 3 from a render target view to a render target view pointer. Oh, so is it just that? No. I need the address of that, and that is a pointer. I'm crazy. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then we don't know what m back buffer is because I didn't write that yet. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, so that's just back buffer. Put that in mind. Get descriptor, and then I need to look at that function. Get desk. Oh, not deck. Blend state. No, not blend state. Back buffer. Buffer, get descriptor. There we go. Okay, so D3D11 buffer descriptor. Call this back buffer descriptor. All right, get descriptor. Cannot convert. Oh, because I don't think I need a dereference thing. Okay. Oh, because I need a texture 2D descriptor, that's why. Heaven forbid they would let me know that ahead of time, right? Hey, it compiled. All right. Still nothing new except our errors. Probably could figure out what those errors are if we would check this. In fact, this is going to take up a lot of space. I don't think I need to put this in. Back buffer. All right, so then in that case, we're creating render target view. And we get no error windows, but we still get a crash here. So let's see if we can isolate what is causing that. So obviously if I comment all of this stuff out, then it runs, no problem. So let's try just this one. And that works. Okay, so that seems to be working. Getting the back buffer is good. But then creating the render target view does not seem to be working. So let's try. And that works. Okay, so it's this thing here. Back buffer descriptor. Do I even need to do that? What is that doing? We just need to get the back buffer from the swap chain and create a render target view bound to the back buffer resource. Okay, so just to double check. Yeah, okay, so that craps out. So let's just leave that commented out for now. I'm not sure what that's doing, if anything. Okay, so we also create a depth stencil buffer. Yeah, I don't need to worry about depth now. I will certainly later. Depth stencil view, create texture. Yeah, let's pass that. Yeah, so that's creating the viewports. What is M viewport anyway? Okay, so let's do this. All right, so I make my viewport, set all of the parameters of the viewport. Context. All right, set the viewport to my width and height. Set the depth, all good. Okay, how's that going so far? It compiles, all right. And it runs. Okay, So seems like that's good. All right, so now what I want to be able to do is clear the back buffer to a color of my choice, because right now it's just white. I want to be able to set it to a different color. And once I get that, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the night. I think I made some very good progress here. Okay, so let's see. Clear back. Let's just type it all spaces. Back buffer. Not GL. Front back. Sure. This. Still feel like I need to do that. Whatever. Okay. Create your own Windows app. This is very useful. All right, so I think I want to look for that present method function. Is that all it needed to be? Yeah, that was it. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, so now when I renderer, I'm actually going to bookmark this. This seems very useful. I just wish they didn't organize it so funky. Why did it do that? Get render target. Update sub-resource. Clear render target view. Hey, that's what I was looking for actually. And then clear depth stencil view. No, I don't need clear the depth stencil. All right, so we got teal. I'm just gonna call this color and just gonna make it good old-fashioned blue. All right, and then that should not be rendered target, but render target view. And context should be D3D11 context. Okay, so we're getting there. All we need now, I would think, is to just swap the swap chain or the device context. I didn't really. Okay, I could have sworn the function was called swap. Not really sure. Let's go to the bottom. Or present, that's what I'm looking for. All right, so that's going to go here in my main loop after I update all of the, or get all the, whatever you call those things. Swap chain, present, here we go. And it didn't work, okay. But it didn't give me any errors, so I think I just need one more thing. Yeah, I could have sworn I need like another function. Okay, so I need render update, render.render. Forgetting something here. Percent. Just want something with the device or the device context. Or it says set viewports. Did I do that? Yep, I did. Viewport's good. It's got the height, it's got the width. create render target. Can I not do that? Clear render target view. But I never created the render target view, so that would probably... Oh no, I did. Never mind. Okay, so creating swap chain. Yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something here too. Like I'm supposed to set up like what kind of back buffer I need and stuff. All right, let's try to do a side-by-side comparison here. All right, so I create my swap chain. All right, so I got windowed, I got 2 buffers, I got that kind. Yep, 1, 0. Flip sequential. Okay, so all that's fine. I got my device, my context, my swap chain. So when I create the device and the swap chain, I'm going to pass in 0, hardware, null pointer, the device flags, which I believe are nothing. The levels is right there. How many levels there are. SDK version, pass in the swap chain descriptor. Pass in the actual swap chain, my device, feature level. What do you got for end feature level? It's those 3 spots. Okay, so that's that. Sorry about that, webcam wigged out for a second. It's all good. Okay, so I think I need to create a one of these things. I don't know. But I don't think so. It doesn't really do anything. I don't think that really had any effect. All right, where was I? Going back here. All right, so then let's get the buffer. Okay, so then getting the buffer for that, and immediately getting the descriptor. Okay, so then they make the viewport, which I should probably initialize to nothing. factor. Wait, so yeah, after you set the viewport, wait, what am I pasting? Actually, that goes after. Hold up. I'm getting confused here. What's going on? Okay, so after they get the descriptor for the back buffer, that's when they make the viewport. So the viewport stuff there, and then they do RSS set viewport. Then they create the render target view. Okay, so let's put this here. Oh wait, I saw it turn blue for half a second. Why is that working? All right, so is it just not presented? Okay. So it is working. It's just this while loop here is all it's all wrong. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's figure out the proper way to handle inputs and whatnot. I'm just winging it. I don't know if you can tell. Main class, main class, main class. No, where's main? Oh, isn't main class? Yeah, probably. Okay, let's look at the main. Desktop window. Okay, so here we go, run. Peak message. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Not get message. Well, peak message. And yeah, let's take that out of there. And put that back out here. So I should have a blue window. And I still don't. Okay, so peak message is not. Oh, and it's crapping out on me too. Let's just stop that. Okay, so peak message is definitely not what I wanted. Um, what if I just search main loop? Do they give me an example how to do that? Okay, so while get message does not equal 0. Okay, still not working. What if I comment? I don't even know what these are for. Still not. Okay. Probably need those. I don't know. What? Okay, so that's not the right way to do this. Yeah, so this peak message. Okay. That was a step in the right direction, I think. What if I don't do that now? No. Okay, so do I just need one of these then? No. Okay, so dispatch message is doing that. Then that's also doing that. Let me go back to that window proc thing I was looking at earlier. Oh. All right, let me just do the old-fashioned Google search. Okay. Okay, a simple message loop consists of one function call to each of these three functions: get message, translate message, and dispatch message. Note that if there is an error, get message returns -1 and thus the need for special testing. So does that mean I still want to use get message, but then I need to check if it's not equal to 0? Nope. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Ooh. Okay, how do they do this? Actually, let me do this. Win32 proper game. Okay, so he's got that, but nothing else. Let's try it. I don't know. You know you're desperate when you're just randomly copying and pasting code off of Stack Overflow. Don't need 2 while loops. Okay, so I'm back to that flickering nonsense. Why is that happening? Okay, I don't get this. While true. What's this person got? Peak message, translate dispatch. Maybe if I did this before any of that other stuff. Oh, what if I get rid of this? Wait, you know what? Oh, jeezy crazy. You know what? I'm a dummy. This. Ugh. I gotta clear the target view every time. Hey, that looks like a nice solid blue window without any flickering and nonsense. We did it. Yay, pat ourselves on the back here. All right, we got a color that's not plain white. That is a good start. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for tonight. Let's just triple check to make sure that we can switch it to other colors. Yeah, we got an ugly little cyan. Let's do something just for extra emphasis. There we go. We got a cool purple window now. All right. That looks like progress made. I'm going to go ahead and save what I got here. So yeah, let's go, since we're on GitHub, let's go ahead and make a new repo for this. Do this off screen here. All right, so I want to create a new repo. We're going to call this Saguinus. Description, I'll add that later. Public create. All right, let's get that. All right, and then so we want to initialize that. Oh my goodness, I just realized I don't have Git installed. All right, let's go ahead and do that then. Sure. I don't know. I want that default one. Enable file system caching. I don't know what that means. Sure. All right, you happy now? Nope. Let's. Okay, do I need to like do something to add Git to the environment? Okay, no, that's working. Okay, so let's go desktop, cd, Saguinus, git init, git add everything, git commit, initial commit, clear window. Please tell me who you are. Oh, you gotta add all that stuff. Okay, here we go. And my name is Dave. All right, and then git, did I already do the commit? No. There we go. Okay, so then git remote add origin. Make sure I spell that right. Make sure I get that. Git push upstream origin to master. Okay, let me do this here. Are you working? Nope. What's going on here? Okay, hold on. Failed to push some refs. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you do not have locally. It's usually called by another photographer. No, I don't want to do that. Git push up, imagine origin master. Force it. There we go. When in doubt, force it. And there's my stuff. I'm gonna have to put that README back, but it's all good. All right, I did it. I got a project started. It's off to a slow start, but that's to be expected for all programming projects, isn't it? Thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope to see you next time when I put something in the window, like a triangle or something more complex than the triangle. All right, thank you.